Welcome, guys, to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. We have a returning guest who is no stranger to The Candy Show. I want you to welcome Naptown King of the Gays, singer, songwriter, performer who also has a new album coming out, Life After Crazy. And he also was just recently featured in Rolling Stone's top 10 new artists to watch for in 2025. I want you guys to welcome Darnell Jr.
Thank you for having me. That's the best introduction I've ever gotten. You better go ahead.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, let's talk about it. I know we were just talking off camera. However, let's focus right now. You have a new album coming out, dropping July 25th. Let's talk about that.
Okay. Life After Crazy I feel like, is my best album to date, especially from a conceptual, sonic, and lyrical standpoint. It is a continuation, if you will, of my last album, Boy Crazy, which was the last time I was here. Um, it's pretty much a happier side, if you will, because Boy Crazy was very dark, very chaotic, because it pretty much mirrored the place of my life that I was at that time. I was fresh out of an engagement, so my relationship didn't end well. At one point, I was homeless. I went through a lot last time. This time is me showing growth. I'm documenting my healing journey, overcoming some traumas that have lied dormant and overlooked within myself over the years. And it is me expressing, where I've gone as far as therapy. And also, this is a very male, masculine album. And the reason why I say that is my last album, Boy Crazy, was very emotional. A lot of people say I operated in a lot of feminine energy, which is fine because I can do both. This time around, I have a lot more masculine energy and masculine wording in my lyrics. I pretty much document how men handle trauma and breakups. So when a man gets his heart broken and gets hurt, he immediately wants to get over it by finding somebody new. He immediately wants to go to the club. He immediately I also want to show some maturity as well and show, okay, you can do those things, but work on yourself and focus on loving yourself. So there are some self-love anthems on the album as well. It's definitely a summer vibe, and I'm very excited.
What is going to be your first single from this Life After Crazy album?
Well, I've already dropped two singles. The first single was Dancing After Midnight. I dropped that in April. And then at the end of May, I dropped I Don't Wanna, which is my latest single. But I do have a few more singles lined up that I'm very excited about. Um, you guys are definitely going to see growth in me lyrically and as an artist and conceptually. I'm very excited about it. I did ruffle some feathers a little bit in regards to the cover art.
I'm actually glad you spoke about that because I definitely that's one of the things I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. I've always said I always enjoy the risque photos and the alter ego that you have.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that, just because some people may not have seen it yet, but
Yes.
they definitely want to check it out. I know they want to check it out.
Okay. So, Life After Crazy, it conceptually is me literally talking about life after having, my dark moments. How do you move on from trauma? How do you move on from pain? So it's me documenting that. And I also wanted to show that even though I'm in a much happier, more beautiful place in my life right now, I'm the most confident I've ever been now. Um, I still want to show that even with growth, there's still pain, there's still things inside that we all as humans have to overcome. So on the cover art, it shows my face in a tub of with surrounded by water and roses, and my eyes are blacked out, like almost demonic. Now, That really ruffled feathers because people were asking me, okay, did you sell your soul? Did you join the Illuminati? I got so many questions. No, I'm literally giving you a visual representation of the concept of the album. Yes, I'm a Cancer. I love being in water. That puts me in a tranquil, relaxed state. Roses, that's something beautiful, something peaceful, something soft and pretty. I'm in water, surrounded by them, and you're seeing my face, but my eyes show darkness. That symbolizes the trauma, the pain that I still hold inside that I am trying to overcome as a human being that we all go through. So even though I'm in a beautiful setting, a relaxing setting, in a comfortable setting, I still have storms and pain that I deal with internally. And that's something that we all walk through life with. Now, the back cover didn't ruffle as many feathers, but it's me standing in front of a burning house with flame on, like flames on one of my hands, pretty much showing that I burned the house up, like Pyro from the X-Men. That house symbolizes my past. It symbolizes all the things, all the pain in my life, all the things that no longer serve me, all the things that I need to walk away from. You can no longer live in a burned down house. You cannot revisit a burned down house. There's no value in a burned down house. So you have to leave and move on and start new. And that's what I want to represent.
That's a perfect way to say that. You have to let it go.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to definitely let go the things that um, keep you from moving forward. So I get it and I understand it. And I love that symbolism. And, like I said, I've always loved your risque moments. And when you put it out there, it's like, ooh, it kind of makes you think, yes, what is he going through?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen on every one of your covers, there seems to be, and this is just a perception, seems to be a message behind everything.
Yes.
Creativity, I enjoy it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very intentional with my cover arts. I like think pieces, and I feel like part of being an artist, we do need to make people think a bit. And I was very cerebral this time around. This is probably the most, I don't want to say complex, but the most thought provoking like cover art that I've had in my career because I wanted to show growth and I wanted to do more than just take some cute pictures. I also want to continue to dive into the duality of my personality. Being an openly gay man, I have a masculine and a feminine side. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy. Me, I'm able to move freely between the two. So I like to represent that visually as well as in my music. Now, visually, for this project, I may be more feminine presenting in some pictures, but on the album and the music, it shows a lot more the masculine energy. Plus, I have all male features on the album. It's a lot more, some of the songs are a lot more aggressive and sexual in nature that show sexual prowess of a recently single man. So I want to show both sides in any way that I can without being pigeonholed and put into a box where people think, okay, he is just one thing. So yeah.
Well, I've always said that as well. Your talent shows. If no one ever saw you visually, they heard your music, like I've said before, you never know what perspective you're coming from because your pen skills are so amazing.
Thank you.
The words that is being said in your songs, you don't know if it's coming from a male perspective or from a woman's perspective, in which this is the thing. You are good with your pen and you have wrote all your songs, I see, and you also executive produced this new album.
Yes, and I appreciate you noticing that. It's very important to me. I do have people that have offered to write for me, and I do have a writing partner. But this time on this particular album, I did majority of that writing myself. I only had a co-writer on one of my songs, and that's the my single now. I don't wanna, simply because this particular album was very they're all personal, but it was very personal to me in terms of getting back to myself. This is the first time in a long time where I've actually enjoyed the process of making an album, and I felt free and I felt safe. My last album, Boy Crazy, that album was literally a cry for help. I was in the worst place of my life. I was making music because therapy at that time was not working. Drinking was not working at that time. And I felt like I had no place to run but music and God. So that was my way of coping, and that was my way of breaking free. Now I have a lot more peace. I'm moving different. God is bringing a lot of blessings and new opportunities into my life. You mentioned the Rolling Stone thing. That completely fell in my lap. I was not aware or prepared. The label that I'm signed to now, I'm signed to Bentley Records. It's an international independent label, and just different resources and support that I'm getting. I'm just very grateful and thankful because I certainly did not expect it, especially when you are used to hearing nobody cares and you're used to hearing nobody wants to hear the gay dude sing or rap. Well, clearly a highly respected, publication that's been in existence for well over 50 years cared enough to, talk about little old me. So I'm very grateful, but I'm definitely trying to continue to work and better myself.
I'm gonna be the first to say it. Congratulations. That is an amazing accomplishment.
Thank
Rolling
you.
Stones. Come on now. How many people can tell you that here in Indianapolis, in Naptown?
Yeah, I'm very thankful and grateful. Just thinking about it still makes me want to cry because in a couple of my music buddies here in the city that I do consider friends, they were telling me, you never know what impact you're making. And with me, a lot of times I get stuck and caught up in the hustle of it and trying to work and trying to be seen and trying to make sure my music is seen and heard, that I don't often take a moment to smell the roses or see what I've already done and what I've accomplished. Because sometimes I do feel like I'm not making impact or that I haven't done or accomplished anything. And this was one of those moments that forced me to really stop and take stock of how far I've come and still be mindful of where I'm going, but just take a moment to take it in and enjoy it, which is something I have not done before until now. So I'm very grateful and I'm truly enjoying this moment.
That's amazing. Take that moment because listen, you worked hard for these gifts
Amen.
and these flowers and these appreciations. So most definitely make sure you take that moment. Okay, now last time, Prince of the Gays. This is what your title was. And so now you're going by Naptown King of the Gays. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about that transition and where did Naptown King of the Gays come from?
Uh, it came from a few places. One, just the reputation that I've built as for years being the only prevalent gay black male artist in Nap and being the most consistent one. And then it also comes from my positioning in terms of streams and sales throughout my career in not just a comparison to the gay artists who have come and gone throughout the years, but also Naptown artists in general. I did not realize this. Rolling Stones, they did a great job with their research. I did not realize that on Spotify alone, I have career streams of almost a million career streams on Spotify by itself. And then just how long I've been in entertainment, how long I've been doing this, and how consistent I've been is I've grown a great deal, and I'm still standing despite everything and that I've been through, everything that I've experienced in my personal and professional life. I'm still standing, and I haven't been broken or destroyed. So that definitely brought about the king part, and then also that was something that my label and Rolling Stone also said too. And my supporters here have also said there's been posts, calling me king of the gays and I'm very grateful, very thankful. I say that with all humility, but I also can say I've definitely earned that title. I fought hard for it and I've been very uncompromising in my position because I do represent and fight for inclusion, diversity, and representation, which to this day, unfortunately, is still underrepresented, excuse me, here in NAP within the gay community. Is more accepted for gay or bisexual or lesbian women in the music scene. They're more accepted than black gay men. There's a complete double standard, and for me to still be standing and still be the one willing to walk in my truth when others have come and gone and have ran away, because and I've even been told this by quite a few of the gay artists that have come behind me. They've all said, we don't want to take the same bullets that you take. We would rather just stay with our own people. What's the point of fighting and trying to, battle something that you can't win? I don't look at it that way, because you have to be a pioneer. You have to fight for what you believe in. You have to fight for, you know, your community and your people. What if, and I'm not in any way comparing myself to these people, but just think about it. What if Martin Luther King Jr. felt that way? What if Malcolm X and Nelson Mandela, Rosa Parks, what if those major civil rights like figures felt like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. My people, every man for himself. What if they were okay being in the background and going with the norm? We would not have the freedoms we have today. We would not have the representation that we have today. So even if I have to continue to take this journey alone and be king of the gays, if you will, because I'm the one fighting for us in the music scene. I'm the one that is representing us and not being fearful of the hate and the backlash and the slander, then so be it. But I definitely believe that is a part of my purpose, because this is bigger than music for me.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It shows a little bit. Not a little bit, but I don't know if you noticed this or not. Prince is under a king elevation.
Yeah,
Prince to king shows growth, elevation. That's the way that I see this is regards to in regards to your journey. So you're king now. So now you have a weight, you have a heavy excuse me, you have a heavy burden to carry, and you're ready to carry it.
absolutely. And I'm actually glad you said that, because I thought about it, but you spelled it out so perfectly. It that does show growth and elevation. And that's funny, because that's what I've been striving for, not in a narcissistic standpoint or egotistical standpoint, but I just want to continue to grow and be a better version of myself and grow in every way possible. But I also want to inspire and lead by example, not for my own glorification, but for the betterment of not just gay people, but people in general. I want the black community to see, okay, we're still here. We're still a part of the community too. We're just different. Who you love, who you sleep with should not hold weight over your talent. Like I've heard for years, gays are gimmicks. I've heard for years that me being gay completely voids any talent that I may have or any message that I want to get across. And I don't think that should be the case. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's wise or smart. And a lot of this has been said by the black community. And I'm just trying to bridge the gap without feeling like I have to hide or code switch to a degree. But I'm very mindful of everybody's opinions and preferences, which is fine. But I do think that a part of my growth and elevation is walking in who I am entirely, being uncompromising about it, and championing other people to do the same without any fear or any, fear of persecution, if you will, for lack of a better phrase.
Well put, well put. All righty. Well, you guys know it's about that time. We got to get out of here. But we want to make sure that Darnell Jr. let everyone know once again, when is Life After Crazy coming out? Let them know where they can find you, book you, reach you, follow your journey, download your new album, and you have a couple of singles out. So let them know.
Yes. So Darnell Junior, you spell out the Junior. You can find me on all social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram is at Darnell Forever. So you spell out Darnell Forever. It's all lowercase. Same thing with Twitter. Life After Crazy, my new album, drops on Friday, July 25th on all platforms. You can check my link on my Instagram. It has a link to all of my different the different musical platforms, excuse me, where you can find my music. It also has my email, my phone number, where you can actually reach me to book me and contact me. And yeah, I'm very excited. I definitely have more music coming, more singles. I have visuals, like music videos, more photos coming. I'm very excited. This is definitely going to be one of my best eras. So stay tuned.
Well, thank you so much. Everybody's getting, listen, make sure that you follow Darnell Jr. He has, some things that you guys really need to pay attention to and really need to download and listen to. And you already know, as I close this out, what do I always say? Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube page, capital C and the number two. That is capital C and the number two. Also, make sure you are following the official Instagram page, and that is at Candy Talk Show. Guys, we are out of here. And until next time, see ya. Bye.